As most of you probably know, I've spent an awful lot of time in terrestrial forests, mostly during the many years I was studying chimps in Tanzania. And by the way, that study is still going on, and we just celebrated our 60th birthday, or 60th anniversary, I should say. So why am I involved with oceans, some of you may be wondering. Well, I grew up close to the English Channel, and I loved the sea in all her moods, but most especially when storms caused huge waves to smash against the shore and spray was blown far inland. I loved the rock pools and all the varied creatures I found there. And later, in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, I spent hours snorkeling among the coral reefs. Forests and oceans, as you know, are the two great lungs of the world, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere and giving out oxygen. And it's not only on land that there are forests. The great kelp forests of the ocean in some places sequester more CO2 than the terrestrial forests. And the two are linked by the mangrove forests that grow in salt water and play such an important role in protecting coastal land from rising seawaters and mitigate the devastating effect of tsunamis and rising sea levels. And then there are the seagrasses that, like terrestrial grasslands, absorb huge amounts of CO2. I'm told that oceans, through evaporation, provide us with much of the rain that falls on land. The rest of our rain comes from inland waters and evaporation from forests and woodlands, especially tropical rainforests, which are, of course, being destroyed at an alarming rate around the world. Sadly, during my 87 years on planet Earth, human activities have polluted and acidified the oceans. Agricultural, industrial, and household wastes have been washed down the rivers into the sea. For years, garbage and human waste has been dumped into the once pure water of the oceans. Many oil tankers have cleaned out their tanks at sea, and there have been devastating oil spills, many not reported. In addition, there's been a huge increase in shipping, and the noise pollution and low-frequency sonar as used by the Navy must make underwater world hell for those animals living there. As oceans absorb more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, generated by our reckless use of fossil fuels and destruction of forests, the ocean becomes acidified, and this changes the chemistry of the water, which sometimes means that corals and mollusks are unable to build their shells. Commercial fishing, the use of drift nets, long lines, gill nets, and bottom trawling is driving many fish close to extinction. The massive capture of tropical fish for aquaria is another problem. Thousands of wild-caught individuals die. Finally, the death toll of marine species who are caught up in nets and abandoned fishing line is shocking and includes fish and other creatures caught that are of no commercial value: dolphins, whales, sea turtles, and seabirds. All of this is affecting the complex tapestry of life below the surface and driving so many species towards extinction. And of course, all of this affects the lives of people who've traditionally relied on the ocean for their food. The climate crisis causes the water to warm, and this, along with the melt from polar ice and glaciers, has caused sea levels to rise, and this is forcing some people from their homes, particularly on islands. If we continue this violation of our oceans, rivers, and lakes, as well as terrestrial ecosystems, our future is doomed. But there is hope. There's more awareness today about how we're harming the planet and how this has led to climate change and loss of biodiversity. There are more people realizing that disrespecting the natural world and animals has caused the problems we face today. There's a major effort now to plant trees and restore and protect terrestrial forests. The JGI youth program Roots and Shoots, for example, has planted millions of trees in around 60 countries around the globe. And this includes many groups working on restoring and protecting mangrove forests in many countries. And more people, once they know what they can do, are eager to help. We're bombarded by the media with so much doom and gloom that many people are losing hope. I just wish the media would give equal space to all the wonderful things going on. For example, new technology is enabling scientists to discover bizarre creatures living at great depths in the ocean. We know almost nothing about what other wonders are living down in that black world. And there's still so much to learn about the intelligence of fish, octopuses, and other sea life. And incidentally, I was fascinated to read just yesterday that discovery has been made beneath the waters of Western Australia. A meadow of seagrass stretching more than 110 miles is actually one single plant that has spent the past 4,500 years cloning itself to carpet an area of 80 square miles. So on this World Ocean Day, let us celebrate the wonder of the ocean and think about what we can do as individuals to protect it. There are many ways. It will depend on where you are on this day, but look out for groups that are collecting trash, cleaning up rivers, and protecting sea turtle areas where they lay their eggs. There are so many projects that are working to save our oceans. Find out about what's going on locally, and very often you can find out from our Roots and Shoots groups in the area. And as I say, we're in over 80 countries. So on this International World Ocean Day, let's celebrate the wonder. There's still so much that's beautiful out there. Let's work together to save it. Thank you.